What's up, I Like Scary? We are back. I hope you guys are having an awesome day. I'm having an awesome day. It feels great to be a horror fan. So, y'all, today we're going to talk about some Scream 7 news, possibly, getting a location tease that we might be going to in Scream 7 that came from Jenna Ortega in the magazine interview. But before we get started, definitely smash the like button. So, before we also get started, I want to give a huge shout out to Gabriel Oliveira for translating this interview in English, and that is very cool of him to do this. So shout out to him. But this is coming from an interview with Swiss Magazine, coming from Swiss Magazine. But what happened in this interview, we're about to get into it. So, stating that now that you and Melissa Barrera are the stars of the franchise Panic, where would you like Panic 7 to take place? Jenna Ortega, Paris would please me. I was there recently with my mom and I loved it. Otherwise, since Melissa and I are Latinas from Mexico, or why not at a ski resort in Switzerland? If you have an idea for us, laughs. We were discussing this yesterday with Matt and Tyler. Our directions and the general consensus, it would be more like Fiji or some exotic place to enjoy the beaches and the sun. Laughs. Honestly, it's too early to say, but I'm sure the writers are already thinking about it. So, to dive into this, first off, I think that is very interesting that, she kind of pointed out her, Melissa Barrera or Latina, and she would love to try out Mexico. But one thing I also want to say is that she's playing around. Obviously, she's just laughing. But just off the simple fact, Jenna Ortega is putting that in the air, like, her and Radio Silence talked about it. They kind of just threw it around and see like where we can go next. I know for a fact that they already know where they're going for Scream 7, possibly. But I think it's very interesting that they're trying to go like international, possibly. And one thing I want to say is I don't know what will bring them, because in this interview they're talking about beaches and basically exotic areas, like Fiji and stuff like that. So I would want to really know what could bring a Ghostface killer to a beach or something tropical and in Mexico. And I would love to see Ghostface go to like Paris or London. I even heard, some of you guys out there talking about snow, seeing Ghostface in the snow, an all black robe and white snow. That would be crazy. But one thing I want to say that I think that could possibly bring Ghostface to a tropical area that I have heard no one talk about is that Jenna Ortega is in college along with, Chad and Mandy. If you sit here and think about it, what if Scream 7 takes place on spring break? So, college students usually for spring break, they go to like a beach or they go to like a tropical area just to have fun with their, their classmates and stuff like that. So, what if it's something like that? They decide to go on a spring break trip and Ghostface follows them, or, someone on the trip is actually Ghostface. Who knows? Because, in Scream 3 kind of play like that in Hollywood, or it can go that Scream 3 route and maybe they go international, go to Mexico or something due to a stab or something being out there, or something with a film being in the air, just like Scream 3. I definitely think it's a lot of ways they can incorporate, some international places like Mexico and, Switzerland. She said a ski resort in Switzerland. That will be crazy. But like I said, you all, this is just her talking in an interview. Nothing cemented. She did say that they kind of talked about it and threw it around with Radio Silence, so that's very interesting. I just would like to see how Sydney can be incorporated if they bring Sydney back. Incorporate into like a beachfront or something, and just the storyline. I don't know how that will fall with the plot. Only thing I could feel that can kind of be fluidly inserted is, them going on spring break as college students at Blackmore University. Other than that, I don't know. I don't know, but I can definitely see them doing something like that international. Like I said, Paris, London, Mexico, in Switzerland. I think it would be crazy to see Ghostface, take on other areas besides the U.S., going to Mexico and see how they react to a Ghostface killing. And it can go from like that Scream 3 vibe with Hollywood and stab film and having a set out there. They want that location for the, the scenery. But I think it will be very cool. Like what Jenna Ortega said, a ski resort or Mexico due to her and Melissa Barrera being Latina. So comment down below. Do you want to see Ghostface? I know y'all want Stu to come back, but I want you guys to answer this. Do we want to see Ghostface go international? We did hear Christina Carpenter say she was over, in London and everything. So who knows what can happen? Who knows what can happen in Scream 7? You all, but unfortunately, this is the end of the video. Don't forget to hit me on my social medias at I Like Scary on Instagram, I Like Scary _ on TikTok, Brandon on Facebook, and I Like Scary on Twitter. And right there where it's subscribe next to it, click join and become a member of the channel. And yeah, you all check out the Patreon to get exclusive content and benefits. I want you all to watch some horror movies. Stay scary out there. I love you all. Peace. Until next time.